Hey everybody, it's Todd, and I wanted to shoot a real quick video to let you know something about the upcoming Small Church Worship Conference. You've probably seen the video promotion we've been doing for the conference on Saturday, July 20th at Bethel, and worked real hard on the video, and thank you for watching it and sharing it and all that stuff. Please keep doing that. If you know musicians, worship leaders at small churches, please keep sharing that video with them. We'd love to have tons of musicians and worship leaders at the conference on July 20th. But I wanted to tell you one thing that I didn't really get to do in the big video, and that is this. One of the things that we're doing different than most other worship conferences, and this is kind of a big deal to us, is that a lot of times when you go to a worship conference, and some of you know this, you go to some sort of big kind of keynote sessions, and then you go to these breakout sessions, these classes with maybe there's a guitar class or a singing class or drums or whatever. And a lot of times those classes are lecture format, so there'll be a pro up there who's going to kind of give you a 30 to 40 minute talk that he or she's prepared and probably gives at the conference consistently no matter where they are. And then you have about like 10 minutes for questions at the end. And as a guy who's been to a lot of those, that's always really stressful because you're trying to get your question answered. You've only got 10 minutes, people are rushing you out, or maybe there's another group coming in the room for the next session. And so the way we're sort of trying to do that differently at the Small Church Worship Conference is our breakout sessions are completely Q&A. There's no lecture. There's not a lesson that's going to be given. There's not a performance that's going to be given. Our Bethel musicians, who I think are absolutely amazing, are going to be in the breakout sessions, there to answer your questions. And so if you're coming to the conference, I want you to think of every possible question you can think of because you're going to have a good hour and a half maybe even to talk to people who do this on the regular basis and who do it well and who can answer your questions. I have the utmost confidence in our musicians. So it's a little different. There's not a lot of conferences that do that, but we're trying to do what we can to customize our help to churches. We don't want to just give you a bunch of handouts and assume that you're like every other church. We want to try to know who you are, where you're from, what specific challenges you're sort of dealing with, and try to respond specifically to those. So please sign up. I mean, we've got lots of room. We're excited about it. We're getting ready for it. Man, I'd love to see 50, 60, 100 people from small churches all over the East Texas area show up at this thing. Saturday, July 20th, starts at 9 a.m. If you register, that's great because we'll kind of know who else is going to be there, what sort of, what we need to do for meals, where we need to meet, all that stuff. So you can register at bethelbible.com/events. $15 a person. That'll cover your meal. It's at Bethel on that Saturday. It goes from about 9 to 3. But who knows? You may want to hang out with us long after the day is over, and that's cool. We love hanging out with worship leaders and worship musicians. So anyway, if you are one of these people in a small church, please come. It's going to be a blast. I mean, I'm a fun guy. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. And if you're not, maybe you know somebody. Maybe you know some folks near the Tyler area that you could say, hey, go check this thing out. I think this will be good. And we cannot wait for it. Saturday, July the 20th, Small Church Worship Conference.